Welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. The weekend edition is a bit more chill. It's got 10% more chill factor than the standard Marvel Contest of Champions News and exists on the weekend. I just want to kick off by saying thank you very much for all the support on Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. It's a bit different than the standard news, especially because it just deals with stuff within the community, looks at videos, looks at stuff that's going on in different community pages like the Reddit, the Facebook. And I just think it gives a little bit of an audience to stuff that maybe I would normally cover in Marvel Contest of Champions News. So let's breeze into the stories. At the moment on the Reddit page, I'm loving the memes, especially towards the whole kind of Colossus vote for the community choice. And it's like Groot has kind of rung Colossus to concede the vote and obviously concede that indeed he has lost and just gone like the conversation just goes, I'm Groot. So I like this meme, it's a funny meme. Also, as per usual, whilst I was recording, Reddit decided to scuff up, and as a result I can't continue covering stuff on the Reddit page. Hopefully it is back up when you see this video. But let's move on to the Facebook community page, and many congratulations because the support has meant that the page is now at 50,000 followers, which is absolutely amazing. It is good to see the growth of the community page. It does help out a lot of people for recruitment purposes, a little bit of brag posts, memes, and other things that are applicable to the game. And if you're not following it, then please do, because there's a lot of decent information there. Especially when you get things like this and you get Captain Falcon, Falcon Punch, Falcon Kick. So yeah, if anybody didn't get that reference, it's Super Smash Bros. And obviously Captain Falcon references. But I used to play a lot of Super Smash Bros. Back in the day. I really would like to get a Nintendo Switch, but money, money, money. The fact is, it's a great little Photoshop type attempt, and I do like this, especially giving a shout out to the following of the Mantle, which, as you know, it could be a thing. We are seeing that Winter Soldier and as well not Captain, I've jumped the gun then, Falcon are going to get a Disney streaming service series, and the shield has indeed been passed to Falcon. So will this be something we're going to see? I'd love to think that if Marvel Contest of Champions is still a thing in the next couple of years and we get that particular show, that we could see the Falcon that is with the shield and operating as the current Captain America. Next up, I want to give a shout out to Cat Murdoch. This particular image is absolutely amazing. Just look at the level of detail that goes into this. I assume this must be their particular artistry. I'd love to get in contact with you and just find out if we can commission some art for the channel, maybe something like this that was kind of cartoonized. I wouldn't mind some kind of cartoon things of Frank. Try and get in contact with me on Twitter or Facebook if you wouldn't mind. Like I said, I'd like to commission some artwork because this is fantastic. This really would be amazing to get some more artwork lives. Have you got something like an Etsy or something like that as well? Because I think a lot of people would be interested in commissioning stuff from you as well. So I love this little artwork stuff. If you do have artwork for Marvel Contest of Champions, want to take the mick out of me with some sort of memes or artwork, then please do send them in to me through my Discord. Link is in the description, or through social medias. That would be amazing, because then we could feature them, whether or not it's about the contest, about me, memes or whatever. Send them through and we'll put them in Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. Also, sticking with funny pictures, and I absolutely love this because this is actually on the Geek Asylum. So if anybody wants to join a really cool Facebook group, the Geek Asylum is another one similar to Marvel Contest of Champions community, but the fact is the Geek Asylum talks all things geeky, Star Trek, Star Wars, those kind of things. Everything is covered, Marvel stuff. But God, I love this because it's like, it's fake Avengers, sorry, Revengers. It's called the Revengers, and you've got Incredible Fella, Regular Raccoon, Token Girl, Nightly Knight, Detective Horse, Fedora, Ron, Hacker Boy, and just Greg. Oh man, I do like this. I really want to find some knockoff toys and just like have a look at them for the purpose of going like, hey, let's review these toys. But it just makes me laugh. Detective Horse. Detective Force is the most funniest thing, but I do like this stuff. Send them through, send images like this. Next up, and it's time to give a little bit of a shout out. Decent video put out a couple of days ago, deserves a lot more views, and it's by Unofficial Kabam Mike. If you're not familiar with Unofficial Kabam Mike, he puts out some amazing little guides for things with the game, like champions to go up against, and you know, they're very well received by the community. And this recent one, Ebony Moore, does look at the intrinsic nature of some of the different abilities the champion has and the strategies and champions that may be of best use to go up against this character. Next up, a Marvel Contest of Champions news weekend edition would not be complete without a dive into the meme thread. And I've kind of gone a bit into the future to the kind of current week-ish and what is in there. So we've got me, gets a full combo, Nameless Thanos. No, not at all. I'm Infinity War is awesome. Domino is amazing. Heard the chair is better than Ghost. You better watch your mouth. Yes, as you know, the chair meme is still a thing. I'm still waiting for it to die because damn chair more powerful than other champions. See, this is me. This is definitely me. Me trying to read and understand abilities of champions. It's very much that case. We actually talked about this in Marvel Contest Champions news on Friday. The idea that they're becoming very complicated champions where you just have to kind of like constant read, and it's like, right, there's a million other champions that can link in or kind of go against that, but you've got to watch out for this, so you bring another champion in. Yeah, it's just very much the case. You've got to keep your head on a swivel, people. I love this here, this meme, which is the kind of presidential election banner. I am Groot 2020. I root for Groot. That is indeed the slogan, but yeah, it's 2019. But I'd like to see a President Groot. His environmental program would probably be amazing. Next up, and as you know, we talked about the changes to the Save the Battle realm. Something that plagued a lot of players when going up against it, Mazda and as well Epic. And the level of criticism that was laid towards Kabam and why they decided to put in, well, look, I understand that game developers want to put difficult content in. They want to get you spending in-game. They got a game to run, yes. But a lot of the time, I feel that if Kabam concentrate on the offers more and put some really tasty stuff in the game for players at a decent rate, I'm sure people will be interested in buying. To have and go and buy loads of revives and stuff just for the sake of trying to get through content sometimes feels a little bit of a drag, but I understand it's the thing with the game, right? There's no getting through that. But when content is ridiculously OP and getting stuff like those infinity gems didn't really kind of lead to anything so substantial with taking down opponents, now's the case that it feels fairer and how it should have been to begin with. I'm very happy that Kabam came to this kind of realization that maybe it's a case the event isn't actually going to be played by many people, and now it's a case for those changes that it may be enticing a lot of players to go for it. And do bear in mind, a lot of people have been criticizing the extent of what you get from those greater last stand shard crystals. And even though when I was doing the video that we'll talk about in a minute that I got some 5-star shards, it is very rare that some things will happen like that, because let's face it, a lot of people are getting 10,000 gold, and that's most of the time that I'm hearing from players are just getting gold rather than getting anything amazing. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that everybody should get, in all of, say, if they open 10 crystals, they should be all 5-star shards. I'm just saying it would be nice to mix up the luck side of things, and maybe it was a bit more frequently that we see some of the better stuff, especially with a low percentage to get. And I think it was up to the point of even me recording that video that the drop rates weren't particularly good for a lot of players, where players were specifically seeing gold and signature stones. I just wanted to go to the comment section of that particular video and find out whether or not people were interested in going back and doing that event now the changes are there. So Bosley says it's nerfed, but the rewards are still trash for the energy required, and the thing fight still has the rage node, almost making it worse than before. I guess that is a good point, and whether or not there's going to be other champions in the future that will be better when they're grinding out. So it could be a case, it could be better in the future with, say, using a Hulk or maybe a Thor. I don't know. Hulk with a constant kind of stun. I don't know. Possibly. Kabam is a virus that cannot be cured, Rich. When I fight blocking, it doesn't work, and give the opponent's SP3 button doesn't work. What the bug is this? Tell me you know. I mail many times, but Kabam did not respond. They are unaware of this. Look, I do agree there's a lot of bugs right now in game, and that's something Kabam really need to deal with. It is disappointing at times to see lots of lag still, and something I'm experiencing. I've complained with my internet service provider. Yes, they have had problems and I've had to reboot my router several times, but I'm currently going through 2 days of constant streaming where nothing has gone down, and that's meant to, affect the upload. I've got a good connection. It is a fiber connection. It is in a rural area, yes, but I do feel at times that the game needs to really perform better, and I really hope that Kabam address this in the next update, because there's a few things going on. I mean, I know that Kabam did try and do that thing about crystals being popped open. It may be an issue, and I hope that is indeed, sorted out for next month. And sadly, Iron Man at 3-star still can't do master. That's another thing. Obviously, a lot of players are specifically tied to certain champions. If you've only got a 3-star version, they haven't got the 4-star version, then obviously it's going to be a bit more difficult. But I always say with stuff, you make sure to know your limits based on what you've got. But it is sad, say if you're at a point where you're like, I can take this, but I don't have the champion. A lot of times it doesn't really cut the mustard. Barry's even saying that point that not all of us are going to be able to get that stuff that we really want. And like I said, it would be nice to see those drop rates really improve. So yeah, it would be nice if Kabam gave us more of those drop rates. I was actually hoping, as you know, for an Infinity Dust based event, but it just hasn't delivered. I also worried that maybe Vanquishing Blows is now gone. It's been dusted with Thanos, as I'd love to see that back, where you could grind out extensively. You can do on your solo grind more dust and then get you through stuff. So yeah, it is annoying. And obviously Lorenzo is even saying that the same issue applies with Superior Iron Man with the L2 issue. And yeah, Severus even says that use a 4-star combo with medium, light. You can chain Iron Man's special too. Yeah, absolutely. Could do that. But let's face it, it's I'm not going to override for something that Kabam have scuffed up. Kabam need to get this sorted, my friends. Some even saying that they've done this 100%, which is great. And some obviously saying they're not going to grind out the event. Thanks very much to everybody that commented on the video, and appreciate your time. So thank you. So it very much feels that people are interested in going back into that Save the Battle Realm event, but it does give me a little bit of concern that, well, I don't know, the numbers of the game at the moment, and something that I did talk about in Marvel Contest Champions news, that not an extensive amount really have come out for the changes for Colossus, as well as other champions as well. So the votes, on Friday morning I looked and it was a case that only 8,000 people had participated in the vote. Some of those could be duplicate accounts, but I just find it a little bit odd that we don't have an extensive drive towards it. And considering there's been a few posts which I think when the champion requirements thing came in, there was tens of thousands of people that viewed that particular post, but I think there was close to just over like a few thousand that commented. And I don't know, obviously not everybody is going to be on the forum, I do get that. But what are the numbers nowadays for the support of Marvel Contest of Champions related stuff? It's very hard to pinpoint that. I would like to know the numbers of extensively, like how many people play Marvel Contest of Champions on a given day. Obviously, bear in mind there's some other games which have like millions, tens of millions in some cases, that actively play games on a daily basis. But I feel this could be just a bit of a blip, and as soon as Kabam get their acting gear, I'm sure that everybody is going to be back watching stuff. They're going to be writing about stuff. They're going to be back with the game developer. A lot of people have been taking breaks and then coming back, and I really hope there's big resurgence back in when September comes. I think that'll be the case. So I think that's going to be the thought that I'm going to leave you on today with. How active do you think the player base currently is at the moment? Have your thoughts in the comment section below. And what we'll do is we'll pick up on this next week for MCOC News Weekend. There we have it. That has been the Marvel Contest Champions News Weekend. I'm actually going to be watching Endgame for a second time, which I'm really looking forward to, and having a nice little brunch. Yay me for the weekend. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content. Get involved with the topic that we discussed about whether or not you feel the game is supported nowadays and people are playing it, and the volume you think of people that are playing it. Also, go and support my other channel, Stormbreaker Gaming. It'll be a channel that I'll be kind of pushing a lot of content, because it's just a case I need to get that up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. If you could please do me a solid and support me, based on that. That would be absolutely amazing, just to get the legs running with it, and I can start posting other content. Maybe that's not the same as stuff on here, because people don't like stuff that's not Marvel related, so that's going to be non-Marvel related. This channel is going to be comic book stuff related. So thanks very much for that. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for supporting. I shall catch you next weekend. Have a good one. Bye bye for now.